On a cold gray afternoon, when the sky hung low over the business district and wind slipped between steel towers like a quiet warning, a thin boy with worn sneakers stood outside the glass doors of Holbrook International Bank. His name was Noah Reyes. He couldn't have been older than 12. His hoodie sleeves were too long. His backpack had a broken zipper, and in his shaking hand, he held a plastic card so scratched and faded it barely looked real. Behind those doors moved a different world. Men in tailored suits, women in sharp heels, voices discussing millions like pocket change. Noah swallowed. Then he walked in. Warm air wrapped around him, smelling faintly of coffee and polished marble. The floor shined like water. A chandelier hung above like a frozen explosion of light. And instantly, people noticed. Not with kindness, with confusion, judgment, annoyance. He looked like he had taken a wrong turn. But Noah wasn't there by accident. He had slept behind a grocery store the night before. He hadn't eaten since yesterday morning. His foster home had closed. His social worker had stopped answering calls. But before his father died 3 years ago, he had pressed that card into Noah's palm and said only one thing. If everything ever falls apart, try this. Noah had waited until today. Across the lobby sat Daniel Hargrove, CEO of Holbrook Investments, a man known for buying struggling companies and turning them into empires. His confidence was legendary, his ego quiet but absolute. He noticed the boy because everyone else did. A security guard took a step forward, but a teller named Lena knelt gently near Noah. "What do you need, sweetheart?" I just want to know how much is on this," he whispered. She took the card, paused. The system showed it was tied to legacy accounts only accessible through executive terminals, which meant she had to take him to Daniel's private station. Daniel raised an eyebrow when he saw them approaching. "This is new," he murmured. Noah placed the card on the desk like it might break. Daniel smirked lightly, humoring the situation. He slid the card into the reader. The screen blinked. Loading. He leaned back, then leaned forward, then froze. His smirk vanished. His jaw tightened. He checked again. His assistant stepped closer. Lena covered her mouth. The number didn't make sense. It had too many zeros. Years ago, Noah's father had saved a stranger during a highway accident. A quiet technology founder named Elias Voss. Elias survived. Noah's father didn't. Elias never forgot. With no children of his own, he created a protected investment trust in Noah's name. One designed to grow quietly through long-term holdings, renewable energy stocks, and property shares. It had multiplied, year after year, untouched, waiting for this moment. Daniel slowly stood. The room had gone silent. The homeless boy in front of him was worth more than several of Daniel's largest clients. Noah saw none of it. He only saw Daniel's expression change. "Did I do something wrong?" he asked softly. Daniel shook his head. "No, son," he said quietly. "You did nothing wrong." Lena knelt beside Noah, explaining through tears. Noah didn't understand the math. He only understood one thing. He wouldn't be hungry tonight. The same people who had stared with irritation now stared with disbelief. Daniel personally brought Noah water, food, a coat. He arranged legal guardianship specialists, education planners, security consultants. Not out of obligation, out of humility, because for the first time in years, money hadn't come from power. It had come from kindness repaid. As Noah stepped back outside, the wind didn't feel as cold. The city didn't feel as large. The future didn't feel as empty. He looked at the sky and whispered, "Thanks, Dad." And somewhere in the quiet mathematics of the universe, a good deed completed its circle. If the story moved you, remember, Sometimes the smallest acts echo the longest, because you never know when the person the world overlooks is the one carrying tomorrow's miracle.